What's up, guys? Abel, Streetcar Builds, back at it again. It's been well over a month since I've posted. A lot of stuff has changed. Got frustrated, stopped, went at it again, got frustrated. You know what? Got rid of some stuff. We're gonna go ahead and go deeper into that in a bit. And we are gonna be upgrading the car. I did go to the track these past few weeks. I just didn't record. It was just one of those things where I just want to go have some fun. But I do have some footage from Alex recorded some, my wife's recorded some more. So I am gonna be posting those on here also. And we're gonna go ahead and be talking about one specific pass where we're starting to see where the limited slip is giving out. And we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that. And we're gonna go ahead and start doing some two-steps, launch harder, because now that we're gonna be launching harder, I'm pretty sure that limited slip it's just not gonna give, it's not gonna go. So we did get some parts to go ahead and fix that. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. All right, guys, first things first, we did get rid of the S10. All right, it was a good build, it was good content for the channel, but it just wasn't working out financially with how I bought the truck and the price of the truck, plus what I was putting into it. And every time I would fix something, it would be something else. You know, right when we were ready to take it down for a drive, starter. And then once we replaced the starter, the transmission. And then once we replaced the transmission, I literally took it out the driveway, flywheel went out, you know, and it just wasn't good financially. I wish I had those videos just so y'all can see. You know, it sucks, guys, but you know, it just wasn't there, you know. So it was taking too much money to go ahead and, because I did want to work on the car also. You know, I wanted to upgrade the car and the S10, but the S10 was just, when I got the S10, you know, it just needed a little bit of things here and there, you know, which was cool. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll invest some money into it. But when I started to more money, and it was taking money away from the car, and I wasn't touching the car, I wasn't upgrading the car, and it just got to the point where, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I wish I had those videos. I don't have it, but you know, it is what it is, guys. And we have been getting some parts in for the car so we can go ahead and try to improve, because those last 2 or 3 times that I went to the track, I wasn't improving. It was 11.4, 11.4, 11.4. And I did hit an 11.2. I don't know how I did it. Perfect shifting, perfect launch, perfect everything, 11.2. So what we're gonna be doing these next few weeks is we're gonna be upgrading the car so we can go ahead and get that 1099 or better on this stock short block. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing today, installing the two-step, and then at the end of the video, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I have for the rear end, stuff like that, so we can go ahead and hopefully get that 10. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and be installing this MSD 6AL2 with the two-step. I really wanted that two-steps for the nitrous, because what I did is I did leave off the trans brake with nitrous hitting, and all it was doing, it was too much fuel, it was flooding the plugs. Every time, it would only do like 2 times and it would flood the plugs. That's it. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be changing plugs every time we go to the track. So I did invest in this MSD 6AL2, and we're gonna be hooking this up. And I did get the harness that goes to the coil, so we don't have to be cutting, splicing. It's pretty basic. So I'm pretty sure I'll get this done in about 10. I'm gonna do a basic wire up, you know, just on top of the engine, just to make sure that it's working. And then once we get everything right, we're gonna go ahead and tuck it in, put it in a nice, good space so we can go ahead and adjust it, because I can adjust the rev limiter. I can adjust the rev limiter and the two-step, how high I want it. Right now, I took it out of the box already. We're gonna go ahead and leave the rev limiter at 6,500, and we're gonna put the two-step at 3,500. And we're gonna go ahead and work from there, guys. Okay, so this is basically how it's gonna go wired up on the 6 and 7 series MSD boxes. I did get, this is the instructions for the harness that I bought. All right, so it's basically this piece right here. Okay, so we don't have to be cutting and splicing. This comes from the harness, and this is the coil, and I'll go ahead and show you how it is. And it's really basic. Like, I am stupid when it comes to wiring. If I could do it, anyone can do it. It's just color coded, color to color, and that's it. So it's red and orange. It's gonna go red and orange. Right there, white, black, everything. Well, this is kind of weird, all right, because it's supposed to be black with black, white and white, orange and orange, red and red. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna go from there, guys. All right, guys, for those who don't know much about the car, this is a stock short block 302, 200,000 miles, over 200,000 miles. Okay, it does have an E-cam, which is like 480 lift, I think maybe 490 lift, super small cam. What else? It does have Pro Max heads. I think I paid like $980 delivered to my door. Real budget friendly heads, and they work awesome. Okay, we do have I'm guessing this is some type of professional products or Typhoon type, I don't know what it is, knockoff single plane intake with the Spider elbow with the 675. That's a 75 millimeter throttle body. What else we got here? We got the Pro-Am Mass Air 30-pound injectors. So basically this engine is pretty much maxed out. I would love to put like a stage 2 cam, trick flow, or even like a better cam, just really wake this up, but I can't because the 202 valves, the piston to valve clearance, it just won't work, you know. So I really am stuck with the E-cam on these heads with the stock pistons. But you know, with that new motor, we're gonna go ahead and put a real big nasty cam in that thing. Okay, guys, so this is the harness I was telling you about. It goes from here to here, and then these are the colors right here, and it's basically just connect orange with orange, black with black, white with white, red with red, and it's pretty basic. That's it. And then what you do is that you just get, well, I'm gonna connect it here. I'm gonna go ahead and just connect it here just to test it out. But we're gonna go ahead and connect negative, power, and the only thing after that, after you put ground, power, and you connect these 4 wires, to get the 2-step working, all you gotta do is just put 12 volts to this blue wire, and you got 2-step. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put this wire, this blue wire, we're gonna go ahead and put it on a switch directly to the battery, just so we can test out the 2-step. And then once we figure out everything's connected the way it should, we're gonna go ahead and put this blue wire with the trans brake so it can be activated with the trans brake. So here it is, most basic hookup. We did match the colors over here like you saw earlier, red, white, white, all that. Okay, now here to give power, all we did was just connect ground, power, and then this black one, this is the 12 volts to the 2-step, but all I did was just put it on a switch for now. This is just to make sure that it's working. So we're gonna go ahead and flip that switch, try the 2-step. Once it is, this wire will go to the trans brake. Let's see, the only thing that's not connected is this white and blue one, the Hall effect. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know, I ain't touching it. I don't need it. And then this gray one is just for the tack output, and then we'll go ahead and run that later. I have it actually, before I got this box, I had the tack spliced into the coil. So this is where I would get this one, it's actually this red one right here. This is where I would get my tack input, but we're gonna go ahead and leave it separate there. And we're gonna go ahead and see if it turns on, and then go from there, guys. It actually idles a lot better. You see right there, we have it, what, 900, maybe 850. Before, anything under 1,000, it would start surging, stuff like that. So the MSD box is working. It does idle a lot better, and I like it, guys. That first startup was actually a cold start. The car had not been started in like about 2 days, so it actually worked really good. You know, let me see. We do got some power. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah. All right. On the camera, it shows that it's blinking, but I'm looking at it. I see it's actually working really good. And let's see, we're gonna go ahead and let it get some temperature, and then we're gonna go ahead and try that two-step. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch this on. All right, guys, sorry for the wind noise. Alex wanted to two-step it, so we're gonna go ahead and let him two-step it. After we got some temp into it, two-stepped it, it's a solid 800, no surging. That's the most steady I've ever seen that needle. This thing is freaking awesome. So there you have it, guys. Two-stepping with the MSD6AO2. You know, at first, as you can see in the video, he wasn't flooring it all the way. He was just giving it like 3/4 throttle. I had to get him to say, you know, punch that thing to the floor. Let's hear that thing pop. It's freaking awesome, man. Never had two-step before. I freaking love it. Now the next thing is when we do go to the track next week, I'll have this thing mounted somewhere where I can access it to go ahead and up this. But right now it's at 3,500. I might drop it down just a little bit to like maybe 33 or something, or we'll leave it at 35. But what I want to do is, since I do have the nitrous over there on a wide open throttle switch, it wasn't armed today, but once we twist that switch, we're gonna go ahead and try to leave with the two-step and the nitrous rating. Pop, 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 pop. Boom. See how it works. Hopefully the rear end holds since the limited slip is going out. All right, guys. So this is basically the basic install for dummies. No, okay. Now another thing that I do for the guys who really don't know about wiring and want to do this and buy the MSD box with the harness. Okay, the instructions, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the instructions right here. Let me go ahead and come over. Okay, so guys, this is where I got confused, because on these instructions, it's the MSD 6 series with this harness for the fox body. Look, it says black with orange, white with white, you know, and only one red to feed these two. But it doesn't work like this. I tried it, the car wouldn't start. So what I did is I just matched color for color, and it's working flawless. That's the only thing that confused me. Aside from that, everything else, like I said, look, black with black, orange with well, reddish orange technically, and then red with red, and white with white. Boom, done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mount this somewhere where we can access it. Another thing, I am gonna, you know, I do have it spliced here for the tack. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and connect it to the gray wire. You know, tuck everything as nice as I can. As you can see, I have a rat's nest everywhere in here. But eventually, what I really wanted to do was move this. I do have the battery relocation, move it to the back, and this thing would be perfect right here mounted. But I don't have the ground wire, because I do have to run a ground from the back all the way to the block. I don't have that. I'm not gonna wait, you know, until I order it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just mount this temporary somewhere, just so we can go ahead and go two-step at the track. And then later on in a couple of weeks, we'll go ahead and move this battery to the back, because this car is, I rigged it myself. It's not done right, but you know, as you see, this is the ground, the trans brake, all this stuff all right here. When I really should be having relays, but like I said, this is the most basic backyard. Is it done right? No, but this thing is hooked up right. I made that for sure because I didn't want to burn this out. You know, this is expensive with the harness, so I didn't want to burn it out. But this is the most basic garage hookup. If I could do it, you can do it, guys. That thing was popping, guys. Awesome. Like at first, Alex was scared to like punch it. Oh, you could kind of hear it. Had to get on the signal, like punch that thing to the floor. Pa 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 pa. That thing was popping. Freaking awesome. All right, so that's the install for the 6AL2. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and talk about what happened these last 2 times that we went to the track. All right, the first time that we went like 3 weeks ago. We did some passes, consistent 11.4s, okay? Towards the end of the night, I ended up pairing up with a 2020 Supra with bolt-ons. Never seen it run. I think it was running like low 11s or mid 11s. So it was just like right there. And he was having traction issues and stuff. So, you know, I was hoping I would get him. When I went to the burnout box, you know, started the burnout, shifted into second and let go of the gas so I can, you know, get some wheel speed. One tire stopped spinning. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and insert that right here. All right, guys, you saw that? So what that's telling me is that that limited slip is kind of giving out. All right, and it kind of sucks. I was hoping it would last longer, but it is what it is. Now, for the upgrade, you know, I don't know how it's gonna work this time. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that, but it is a pretty big job. Let's go ahead and show you what we got. All right, guys, as you can see, strange engineering axles, okay? This is, I did get this off the marketplace. The box is beat up because this is new. These axles are new, but they were just in storage. Box is beat up. You'll see when I open this box how it got some surface rust, it's real light surface rust. That's an extra bottle that we got. We only had one. I bought this one on the marketplace for like 90 bucks. Perfect. Now we have 2 bottles. We don't gotta worry about running out. Back to this. So this is what we got. Boom. We do got some surface rust here and there. You know, this is nothing. I'll scuff this down with the Scotch-Brite. Comes right off, as you can see. Okay, these are 35 spline axles with C-clip eliminators on both ends and 35 spline spool. Boom. We're not gonna break this. You know, I don't have enough motor to break this. You know, we do got the axle studs stronger, so I do need to buy some open-ended lug nuts for that, because the lug nuts that I have right now aren't gonna work. So this is what we have. I did get it for an awesome price. I think I paid like 50% of what it's priced new. You know, when I went, I was kind of hesitant because I was like, God damn, like surface rust. But you see, this comes right off. This is just storage. This is just from it being in storage. Not a problem. The C-clip eliminators. Okay, now for the gearing, I do have, the car has an E-cam. Okay, the car has an E-cam. So it has 373 gears in the back right now. They're good for that E-cam, okay? But what I did get, since we are gonna upgrade the motor soon within these next few months, I did wanna make the jump to 410 gears. 410 gears is a lot for the E-cam, but I was like, you know, we're gonna end up upgrading. So we did get the gears and we got the install kit from American Muscle. And this is the complete kit, guys. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and try to open this. I don't think I gotta open it. Let's see here. How does this box open? There we go. I ripped it, but who cares? It's fine. But as you can see there, guys, install kit, bearings, retainers, everything shims. 14 gears, boom, in the box. It came with the fluid, everything. Perfect, guys. Perfect kit from LMR. Complete kit. So, like I said, 35 spline axles, 14 gears, everything set up. This is gonna be a solid rear end. I'm still kind of debating back and forth if I should just buy like another donor rear end, because I know that the car right now has 373 gears. I'm pretty sure it has a stock limited slip unit, but it does have aftermarket jegs axles. What are they? I don't know. I don't know if they're stock 28, but they are jegs. I'm guessing they're a little bit harder, but there's no point. I'm still 50-50 because one, you know, I could probably just take this rear end out, maybe sell it. But then again, like, well, the limited slip is kind of given out. Nobody's gonna want to pay. So what I'm thinking is maybe just leave it in the car. Leave that rear end in the car and then just take out the axles, take out the limited slip, throw away the limited slip, probably sell the axles on marketplace or something, you know, 50 bucks or whatever. And then just install everything. Because when you install these C-clip eliminators, what they do is that you have to trim the housing of the rear end on the edge just a little bit to let that fit in. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this. Okay, let me go ahead and see here. All right, guys, so that's for the rear end. Now another thing, the second to well, this last time that we went, that was second to the last where you saw that Toyota Supra. We went, we made a pass, a single pass, boom. We made a second pass, got back, the car wouldn't start. What the hell? The battery was good, everything was good. Boom, I don't know, no fuel pressure. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert some clips of what we found when we did that. Well, basically, you know, what happened was the hose, the S hose in the tank slipped off, connected it, boom. But I do have some footage of that when I did it, so we're gonna go ahead and add that right there. Hate to see the car like this, guys, but a few weeks ago when we did go to the track, we only made 2 passes and the car didn't turn on no more. No fuel pressure. It was only picking up like maybe 10. It was crank up real quick and then die because the pressure will fall off. I can hear the pump turning on. So what I'm thinking is that something inside the tank came loose. Maybe the S hose. So I already got the jack up. We're gonna go ahead and put some stands on there. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop it right here on top of the trailer so I don't have to worry about it. It does have -8 feed, -8 return. Does have an aftermarket hanger also. So we're gonna go ahead and drop it and see what's going on. All right, guys, I didn't get to take a video, but I'm gonna go ahead and post a picture of what happened. The clamp, which came with this hanger, the aftermarket hanger, had some clamps on the S hose, which were these. It came loose. So I went to an old school twist on clamp. It's working good. Turn on the car. Right now what I'm doing is I have the pump on and I'm draining the fuel. I don't know if you can see right there. Yeah, draining the fuel. So we can so I can go ahead and put the tank back up without struggling since I am by myself. But it looks like we're gonna go ahead and that's gonna go ahead and be it, and the car will be ready to hit the track soon. That's gonna go ahead and do it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Next video, we are gonna be at the track. We are gonna be 2-stepping. I'm hoping that we do get a personal best so I can at least show that we are improving on the car. But I can't ask for too much because this motor is, you know, it's giving out. You know, this motor has flooded on me. I did mess up the rings, but that was my error. When I put the intake, I started it, boom, jumped. After not starting for like 2 weeks, I put the intake, I started it, jumped to like 5,000 RPMs and into 4. The rings didn't have no oil, started losing compression. But, you know, you've seen that, guys. But like I said, this motor is already on its way out. I can't ask too much from an E-Cam. You know, it is what it is. So, like I said, hopefully we hit a personal best. Man, if we were to hit that 1099, oh, I'd go crazy. All right, guys. So, next video, we're going to be at the track. Thanks for watching. Street Car Builds. Check you later.